Hello. Yes, it's working. How are we all doing? Welcome into twitch.tv/Ice Cream Uploads and not twitch.tv/at Shogun Ash Live because OBS is, technical word, a dick. But we're fine.
Yes.
We're good to go. Hey, welcome in. Okay, so we usually would do a bit of an intro as, okay, what we're watching, what we're doing. We will come back to that. We will give you a wrap up. Because of technical stuff, we will jump straight in to see where we are. And we'll just pick it up. We'll work it out together. We'll go from there. So if you're in the chat, please feel free to get involved. Let me just unmute things.
Gallon is the first
there we go.
that's coming out post-launch.
Does anybody know what we're looking at?
We're looking at Chivalry 2.
It really captures the Agathian
Okay.
ideals
Is that like
of
holding
being
doors
a
open and
rich,
stuff?
wealthy place where
It is.
all
That's what it is. It's Gentleman Simulator. That's what it is.
ships could dock into. You'll also be blowing up a couple ships, which is fun.
So,
Weapons remain at launch, but there'll be more and more added to it post-launch
what was
as
that?
well. A new fighting
There's
style
an
is
entire
really
game
gonna
of just
change up the
paying for
experience and change how you have to fight everyone. Post-launch content is something that we're going to be
So
working
we,
on for a long time.
we're going to go live with the Warner Brothers conference before this. You may have seen that we had that on the schedule. However, the Warner Brothers conference was about 4 minutes of Back for Blood, so we decided to just throw that into this conference. So you didn't miss much. So Back for Blood exists. Nice. Good conference. GG's, boys.
Yeah. I'm looking forward to that though. It does look pretty cool.
It does
I was a
look
massive
good.
Left 4 Dead fan. Yeah, and with it being on Game Pass as well, like basically anyone with an Xbox should be able to play it day one. So I'm all up for that.
Hopefully it comes to Game Pass for PC as well.
Yeah.
Which at this point, I mean, we've seen the Xbox conference. Game Pass is just the best thing in gaming.
That's
I was so
crazy.
skeptical at first, but it's yeah.
Like what was it? 30? I think it was 32 games or something, and only 4 of them aren't coming to Game Pass.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
On day one at least.
Yeah. Yeah.
They're definitely going to get there at some point.
So what the hell is this that we're looking at? It's like some kind of Splatoon cooking game.
You know what? Though?
Slash
These
Pokemon.
sorts of games. I mean, hey, sold. These sorts of games end up being like really, really good, and just sometimes it's
crazy.
really heartbreaking that they kind of like they die a death because not enough people are willing to kind of give them a chance because
Yeah.
they look a bit, as you say, batshit crazy, which they are. But like Splatoon could have absolutely gone that way if it didn't have the backing of Nintendo.
Yeah,
That sort of thing. Like, could you imagine that? Someone saying, there's this game where you're a humanoid squid and you paint to try and win because you painted more. Like, no one would touch that, but obviously...
Yeah.
Can I
you get
just
the back
stop
end.
you there for a second? That game is called Rawman.
Yes!
And the URL is rawmen.com.
I think it's supposed to be... Yeah, I think it's supposed to be in an American accent where it's raw men, but that's horrible. It's not about one country, and that is it. Like, everywhere else, that is an OnlyFans channel.
They must be self-aware with that. They must be
Oh, is this
self-aware.
why? This is why they didn't have Dying Light in the Deep Silver thing then.
Yeah, they must have had a little bit of a backhander from PC gaming show. Either that, or they probably weren't confident in how many viewers they would get on the Koch content, but knew that PC gamers would be watching this show, so decided to give them the exclusive for the feature.
To be dropped on the city.
Fair enough.
It was a mistake, a huge mistake.
A huge mistake.
The chemicals
This is very
mixed
dramatic.
with water penetrated
Oh,
the soil.
but this is like,
plants,
yeah.
turning most
Mention
people
it again.
blood
The thing is with the PC gaming show is when you've got all E3 conferences, they all become very professional and slick and so on like that. Whereas the PC gaming show is the one major conference that's still batshit crazy in terms of like there was one of the starting scenes was Frankie Ward in some sort of TIE fighter, and the main guy was pretty much Captain Picard of the Enterprise kind of thing. It's someone else in an engineering bay, and it's just like, just imagine the creative process around the table where someone's throwing. How about
let's say
I'm the captain of a starship, you're in a fighter, and you're in engineering. Yeah, all right then. Imagine someone saying that in the Xbox conference. It'd be that meme of someone just flying out the window kind of thing.
Yeah.
Phil Spencer, I know you want to be stood on stage with a t-shirt and an open jacket or a hoodie. I know that's what you want, and your jeans as well, obviously, naturally. But what if? Psh, nope, get out of here.
Let me tell you one thing.
Same nightmare haunts me every night. I'm locked up with other kids.
King, thank you very much for the follow.
What he did to me.
I believe you've met Shogun Ash.
And over. Looking for something he couldn't find. The worst part was that he did the same to my sister.
So,
I'll never
yeah,
forget
is
her
anyone
scream
like
when
up
they
for
separated us.
Dying Light 2?
What could
Because
do?
I didn't really get
They
into
had
the first
rifles,
one.
and
I didn't play the first one, so
5
just
years
purely
old.
on the basis
Same.
of
It was a
that, yes.
fire,
Just to give it a
explosions,
go.
I got away.
Like,
Soldiers took me out of the city
anything
with my
that
sister.
kind of way
Stayed
inclined,
there.
monsters, zombies,
My Mia.
yeah. Like, I'll at least try and give it
We
a
meet
go.
Aiden.
It was a
Apart-
free
one of
running
the
that turned me off it.
many children undergoing mysterious
I
medical
actually found that
research.
looked quite
The last
interesting.
thing Aiden remembers from that time
I've been in too
is
many situations in zombie
extreme
games where
pain,
I've just been stuck in a
then a
corner. It's
fire,
like,
and
please let me like jump
little
more
girl
than like one
that was
block's
being
worth.
tested
Like,
with him.
even me
Her name
at
was Mia.
however many stones that
She
I'm not
was
going to
his
say on the
sister.
internet.
What
I
happened
can
next
climb higher than
after the
that. Like,
fire?
please, like,
Is Mia
let
still
me
alive?
escape, sort of thing.
The
So I
following
think
years
that kind of
haunted
agility is
Aiden with these questions and with guilt over leaving.
See, it's been that long since I
Moreover,
played.
Mia is
I played
the only
some
answer
of
to the
Dying Light. I think
question
we did
who
when
Aiden
Toby
really
used to be.
is. Now
Before he
in
died, once again, second time today, I've
2036,
told the stream
we
that he's
meet
died.
Aiden,
Not
and
really,
for
just
the
in the
first
ICU
time
sense.
during his
Rip
pilgrimage,
Rip Tony.
he finds a clue about how to find his
Toby.
sister.
He,
Aiden's path.
I think
the
we
truth
played
is
like the
tough,
first hour of Dying Light
full
on
of
stream,
challenges and adventures.
and
The
I
difficult
seem to
choices
remember
to make
enjoying
as
it,
well
but
as
I just
the
I don't know. I
consequences
can't quite
await
remember.
you. You're
So
going to
I'm
discover
open to
them
the
all
idea, but I don't. I
in
also don't really remember.
December
So
2020.
we'll see. We'll see.
I quite like the whole like mechanic of everything's fine until until nightfall and then you're fucked.
Fuck this shit, I'm out. I'm gonna get the fuck up
that's
out
pretty
of
much
here.
zombie game 101 at this point, isn't it?
Yeah.
That was
I mean,
Dying Light 2.
King
and
says,
it
"Did he
looks
just say
great.
unfortunately?"
Spooky.
Whew, well,
I said,
we
unfortunately
are
for
here
you,
back on
as
the
in-
E3 stage, so we
Yeah.
can get
He didn't.
on
He didn't. He's
to your
That's
backtracking
me in
now.
the doghouse.
He's
That's me in the
absolutely
doghouse.
backtracking.
Computers in the shit. Love life's in the shit. Great. Great. just another Sunday, really, isn't it?
Tito says, "Was my parents' 50th wedding anniversary this weekend, so I've seen none of your coverage. How very dare you?" It's alright, I see what you're saying. You wait until Graham's on the stream and then you can... Yeah. Is this still the Xbox and Bethesda conference? I was Graham slacking on the rushed over. I don't know what you mean. It's always said PC gaming show right there. So yeah, there you go. Is Phil Spencer the Xbox? Oh no, I did get it right. You wrote it wrong. Xbox box. Yeah, he is. That's the guy. Anyway, Mech Warrior 5 Mercenaries. Anybody played Mech Warrior 1, 2, 3, or 4?
So cast your vote now for
Nope.
which faction and
No.
custom PC
I think this is going to be
and have
some of the things that prop up in this. It's going to be like, has anyone played this? Nope. Has anyone played this? Nope.
Nope.
That's always the way with that, isn't it? Like they,
Well, all right.
like
we'll check
we
in
were saying
later to see
earlier
which
with
group
like the
survives
Xbox
the
ones, like they're going to
Warrior
end with
Showdown.
something that
But for now,
everybody
let's
likes.
check in with our
The
very
PC
own
gaming
Mech
show is always
pilot,
like,
Frankie
right,
Moore,
here's something
who
that
went on a
5 of you
special
worldwide
mission
have
to get
played.
closer
You're going to
to
go
the
crazy.
and
And in a
Amplified
minute,
Studios
we've got
up
something else for the 2 people that have played, Slime Warrior XD, whatever. Like, yeah.
Pretty
You
decent.
getting
pretty
emails
decent
about
game,
this
by the way.
game?
What, Slime Warrior XD? Nice.
Oh, I keep getting ads. I keep getting like targeted ads for.
What, ads?
Yeah,
Don't you think?
I keep getting emails about it saying like, oh, it's in closed beta and do you want a code for it? Well, I don't know because I've not got all of the time. But this looks very civvy because I didn't really look into it.
Oh, you think you can beat me?
I think I was getting confused with that. What was it? The Ubisoft game where it's like you essentially like recreate evolution. It's that
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
the Humankind Odyssey or something like that.
Yeah, I know the game you're on about.
Yeah.
Is Frankie Ward in this game?
She's on screen, so I don't actually know. She could be.
I believe
Is she
so.
the narrator?
I think they've kind of made her like kind of like your
Looks like it,
assistant
yeah.
or something, yeah. That looks like something that would interest me. I like historical games, so I'm a big fan of like Age of Empires and stuff like that. So I'd give that a whiz.
I mean, I will play the shit out of anything that resembles Civ. So
Sure.
Yeah.
I was very late to the party with that, and I'm so annoyed at myself. What a
man, Civ is so.
what a game.
Okay, this looks very Revenge of Shinobi.
Which is not bad.
Dridery.
Yeah.
This looks like the sort of game that I would love to enjoy, but then realise I'm really bad at. Level.
So a bit like Pez and Pokemon.
Yeah, pretty much.
And,
Yeah. I knew that was coming.
Wee.
Why you got to do him dirty like that, Gray?
It's just part of the laws. Part of the laws. I mean, what I could have
It
said
looks
was
like
I was
John
watching-
Cena's character in Suicide Squad.
Can you see that?
The
Banter. Yeah, what I could have said was I was watching Show playing Pokemon last week, doing his Nuzlocke, and I was extremely disappointed because I watched. Why did it go downhill? I was going to say I was disappointed because I watched a lot of it and there was nothing went wrong in the stream that I watched.
Yeah. The last stream, everything went.
Oh, okay.
And then I tried to do some more stuff off stream, and it went worse. I was like, right, I'm just, it's in a bad place.
This is the second advert for GeForce Now that's been in.
Yes. I think it was one of their named sponsors, so it's probably going to be throughout
I was
the
going to
show.
say, don't they tend to like kind of get a bit like sponsoring with these sorts of shows anyway?
Yeah. That's a lot of orcs.
And
Oh,
apparently
this just got awkward.
Well,
Ray. I know it's on your channel, but can you just get out?
Yeah, please. This is your channel running on your computer. Just piss off, mate.
I'll just leave. I'll come back in a bit. It'll be cooler everywhere else in the house, so that's fine by me. Tito, by the way, says he loved Mech Warrior, so there you go. But apparently the new one is a clunky mess. Mr. T's in the chat says, look at these lads. Switch Pro confirmed. I'm not a PC gamer, so 99% of this conference will be me saying, I've not played this, or this, nor that. Nope, same with this, never heard of this.
Thanks, Sean.
Yep, that's pretty much. Have you played Orcs Must Die? Orcs Must Die, Mr. Clark. What, have you heard of that one or played this one? Anyone else? Orcs Must Die? Have you heard of it?
I've heard of it, not played it.
Yeah, that's kind of me. I mean, the reason you watch the PC gaming show is you're either a hardcore PC gamer that obviously you get everything from Humble Bundles through to Steam sales and so on, and you've tried a lot of this, or you're the other end of the spectrum, you're looking for the new Valheim, because that's where the world got to see Valheim for the first time in last year's PC gaming show. So that's kind of what we're watching for, to see if there's any gems hidden amongst the craziness of not only the games but also the cutscenes as well. The presenter segments are a lot more crazier in this, but yeah, I don't think this is the one for me.
You fight hundreds of orcs on the
just watching over on Twitch Gaming as well. I imagine there are a lot of kind of like just general gamers.
We have a new mode called Scramble.
But it doesn't seem like
adding random
the general
elements against
reception
the
to
player,
this is
making the levels more challenging.
I want to know about
That's
of course, obviously, the chat can always get spammed with.
We added
It's just how Twitch is generally receptive to anything.
a war machine.
New things? Fuck you! Okay, nice.
You might
Thanks
release
for
a
your
giant
input. We appreciate
tornado
you.
on the battlefield, or you'll climb into
Like
a
people now
catapult
start spamming like
and you'll
Xbox.
That's a
fly
spell
out.
break.
Just thinking,
Pretty sure.
imagine if Xbox and
And then the
PCs
war
were owned by the
guardians
same company.
are-
I know.
It's like
Imagine.
putting on the battlefield with you to fight with you, except they
I'm
have
pretty
their
sure
own
that
attacks
Graham's
and their
just
own
described
special
most
abilities.
conversations
Well, I
across the
gotta ask
internet
then,
everywhere.
when
Then
and where can we
Yeah.
find
fuck you, fuck you.
So OMD3 is coming out.
Change is
on
not
July
good. So basically, the
23rd
internet
on
is Yorkshire.
Steam,
Yeah.
PlayStation, Xbox, and pre-orders
I
start
don't think so,
today,
lad.
so
Not enough gravy.
OMD3 on your wish list.
Well, thank you so
How
much
many
for
orcs are there if
joining
it's
us,
on game
Jerome
number
K.
3 and they
Jones,
still
once
must
again.
die? I mean,
Just a
they're
few
just
more
not doing a
weeks
very
to
good job of it. That's all it
wait.
is.
Yeah,
For
that's
now,
it.
though,
Yeah.
It's time for us to take a look at
Exclusive.
Vampire the Masquerade.
That level was called Slagfield. I want to go there. oh, need to get the voicemail out.
I love that this has. I love that this has become more seedy than it would have been on my channel, which is saying something.
Yeah, I don't think we'd go that far.
9, 10.
Bird.
Peekaboo.
Where are you hiding, sweetie? Halsey. Halsey, get out here.
Tito dropping a logic bomb. Gary, it's called Orcs Must Die, not Orcs Have Died.
It's a good point.
Touche. Touche.
That's a very valid point.
What is going on in this trailer?
Is this like a
Typical
a
video game
psychological
parent doesn't know where their kids are.
You come for me and mine.
Hello there.
Hello.
But first, you need to find us.
Is she
All
dead
I
then?
want is to be with my little girl.
Is she a
that
vampire?
so much to
Oh,
ask?
okay. Oh, by the Masquerade Swan Song. Okay, that's interesting.
Yeah. I'll be honest, up until that point where everything went red, I was like, nah, and then I see it went red, I was like, yeah, go on then.
This is CERN from Passionate
Yeah.
Games.
Yeah, Vampire the
We are
Masquerade's a
Malaysian-based indie game
decent,
studio working
yeah,
arena
decent game.
brawlers inspired by
I'd be up for
like to
giving that
showcase some
a
new
bit of a
and
play.
exciting gameplay footage of our oversized characters.
Just trying to
Please.
change the
Please
resolution of the stream to refresh it on my end because you said what it was before I could see what it was. Spoilers.
Is this Super Smash Brothers but in a harbour?
This is basically every Power Rangers episode ever.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's just Power Rangers, but the Power Rangers aren't there. It's just everyone, all the bad guys are just fighting now.
Yeah.
Angel Grove
You
getting
can't beat the
absolutely
humans.
What if there was an episode of Power Rangers set in spring break?
Yeah, this.
Oh my god, this has got worse.
I'm gonna be honest. This is like something I'd give a go on stream.
You're just thinking that exact
It,
same
it really is like. I
mean,
could see me streaming this.
As Bibby's saying
100%.
the words, it's got worse. Bibby show is simultaneously adding to wish list.
Yeah. It's got worse. And then I just saw the guy, like, all his armor just come up. I was like, it's just got better.
Hashtag Gigabash.
Trailer for Lemnis Gate and make sure you
I mean,
hang around afterwards.
all
for
of
the
this
developer
stuff
interview
is
with Sean.
quite weird, but you've got to remember
Welcome to
that
the PC gaming show.
yeah, they are piloting a spaceship that looks like a graphics card. So
Just to stick the middle finger up to everyone. You can't get one, we can fly around in one.
But if we are to survive, first we must.
this is also if you're not a PC gamer, I believe this is also launching on Game Pass day one.
Nice.
Which actually will be on PC as well, thinking about it. Because,
Yeah.
yeah.
Like I say, Game Pass for PC is phenomenal and has opened up so many games that I just simply wouldn't have been able to play.
Yeah.
Either access or affordability. Like I pay what, £11 a month, and I can play so many games. Like, literally hundreds of pounds worth of games on a whim.
You've got like 28, 29 more or whatever it was coming over the next couple of years. 16 months-ish kind of thing as well. Bargain.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we were looking at it in the NGB group chat, and we were saying, like, you know, some of the stuff in there's about maybe 7 or 8 games that I would have bought and paid for, but it's going to cost me 60 quid. Like before the end of the year to play like 8 games. It's ridiculous.
Games Canada. It's James Anderson. Thanks for joining us, James.
Gigabash, who the fuck named that game? Says Gary Clark. And Tito says Gigabash is what leads to raw men, isn't it?
Oh no.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to twitch.tv/uploads, where we get all the in-your-endos in one show. Nice.
And then you would take a turn and play for 25 seconds. And then we, turn by turn, layer new characters into the same 25-second time.
My stream didn't work, but the spirit
I may run
carried
down a
on.
hallway and throw a grenade. But then on the next turn, you may intercept my operative before he threw the grenade.
Yeah, if anyone is new here as well, hey, how you doing? Feel free to hit the follow button, it's free. But also make sure you go check out Next Gen Base and Shogun Ash live as well. Obviously, myself and Baby are from Ice Cream Uploads. This is our channel. But I did mention it earlier on, Ice Cream Uploads and Friends is a name that's nice because it slips off the tongue, but it kind of gives us all the credit in the name, but it's not. There's lots of people involved. So make sure you go check out Show's channel, Shogun Ash live, and at Next Gen Base as well. Do it. Hit the buttons.
And we're coming up to a open beta in July.
And anyone who's here from my side of things, please go follow these guys. Like, I say it a lot, but genuine friends.
Once again, that is the
Not just friends of the channel, but
content
creators as well. Well, the ginger guy's cool. The other one.
Shogun Ash looking for friends in real life. Hello? Friends?
Wow.
Hello?
Is this Kerbal 2?
Please.
I love you.
It's like Kerbals.
Oh no, it's like a...
a...
Oh, this looks like a kind of playground version of Kerbal.
This looks like Pin. Paul, thank you very much for the host. Welcome in everyone from Paul's channel. How the devil are we all doing? Have you been playing FIFA? Or have you been watching video game stuff? Welcome into the channel. There's 4 of us on the channel this evening. Myself up here, obviously. Hi, how you doing? Bib, Show, and we've got Ben from Next Gen Base as well at the bottom. So make sure you go say hello. Hey, Raid Hype, thank you very much. Thank you very much. We are watching our 27th stream of the day. It's not that much, but it feels like it when you're in a room that's this warm. We are watching the
Next
PC
Base Rebels.
What was it called? Next Base Rebels.
You guys just
I'm up for that. I really enjoyed a bit of Kerbal. It's good.
To join us up in orbit, but don't do anything illegal like Day 9 did. Last break, we set up our Intel and MechWarrior 5.
Thanks for the invite, lads. Oh shit! Oh fuck! Oh no! Oh, this has just got awkward. Oh no! Hey, you're always welcome. You're always welcome. Grab yourself a seat, get yourself a brew. But if you do ever want to jump on this kind of stuff, by the way, though, absolutely, the more the merrier.
Steiner and Merrick. So make sure to
I mean, we can easily get rid of Show. That's fine.
No, genuinely for just for like technological consistency at this point.
I'm just disappointed that you don't have your green screen up because there's an opportunity there to get you back in that United bedroom.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, why do you think he took it down?
Exactly.
And its untimely demise following the Great Plague.
Yeah, did you not get an email?
Play games. This is exactly what we want right now.
Factions and outlaws roaming the land.
I mean, what we had Rainbow Six Quarantine that got renamed. We've got Plague Tale 2.
The stories of this age
Do you know what? I'm just going to release a game called Fuck It COVID.
Yeah.
Might as well. Nail on the head. Everyone else is doing it pretty much. Just go for it.
Did you see they did
not spoken to Bibbs actually since City won the Champions League. I mean, to be fair, I was in his stream like 2 days ago speaking to him, you know what I mean? It's just bad patter. I mean, you got beat off Villarreal. That's nothing to fucking
yeah
about.
I mean, I can't really say much because so did we. And the guy used to work for us, so you know.
Love you, mate. Let's see. This is where I mean, I'm branching into PC gaming, definitely branching into it, but I'm still definitely a console gamer, and that shows from when I see games like that, like War Tales, the logo, the presentation, everything for me look like 10 a penny. If I go onto Steam, I will see 10 games, literally 10 games that I could probably get for a penny that look exactly the same as that. So there's
no, you're not wrong. That's a fair
how about another game
assessment. And I guess like PC, I say PC only games, or at least games that are developed for that, they kind of know their audience that kind of buy into that sort of thing. And for whatever reason, the kind of presentation side of it hasn't evolved in about, I dare say, 15 years. It's just that the graphics have gotten better. So yeah, it can be kind of difficult to bring in new players because you look at it, it's like, well, that doesn't look good just off, literally just off the logo. And it's like, you know, first impressions matter, especially when you're trying to sell something for, you know, upwards of 30 quid.
What do we do? Let's get a Viking sort of landscape from, like, I don't know, top-down isometric-ish sort of view. Get the word war in the title. Tick, 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 tick. Yep. Okay. Well,
pretty much.
We'll have that one. Nice one. Put it on sale, 49p. Job's a good one. Lovely.
Everything was going so well until you said 49p. It's like, yeah.
I'm gonna say yes, definitely not. That'll be like a £45 game.
Yeah.
Beyond raw survival, beyond the safety of comfort,
I like that presentation of like the video in his head.
Persevered.
That's nice.
That's how we're doing the scoop in the morning.
Yeah, just did it now.
Now we're going to do it like ABBA. I'm going to be looking at the screen and Bibby's going to be to the side of me facing off. And then going to hit the button and then we'll flip. So it'll be the other way. I'm looking off and Bibby's staring at the camera.
But the earth is not to be our grave.
Knowing me, knowing you.
A mother does not wish to see her children. She wishes to see instead courage in her children. To carry on.
Dan! Dan!
He hasn't seen me. Dan!
Than any nation, moved faster than any corporation, hand in hand with those who, like us, carry that courage.
I've just seen a comment on the Twitch gaming chat saying that the narrator sounds like a youth pastor. He does.
They know, as do we all, that the survival of humanity now depends on what we glimpse out there in the dark.
I can't get that out of there.
If you accept him as your Lord and Savior.
As a species bound together, pushing further into the unknown.
Maybe that's what, like, the whole world in his face kind of thing. It's like he's got the whole world in his face. He's got the whole world in his face. No.
Hey, top 10 primary school bangers, by the way. Yeah. Get that on the projector. Everyone's going nuts.
I remember we sang a song called Water of Life.
Yeah.
And there was a bit where it says, like, give us a fresh understanding, brotherly love that is real. And they had to change it to give us a new understanding, because when it got to fresh, it was one of those things where someone went, fresh understanding. So the next time that came round, everyone, it's like bogies. Someone tries to go longer, like kind of fresh understanding. And then by the end of it, you got 400 kids sat in a hall going, give us a fresh understanding. Next day, coming to assembly, scribbled out new, just written over the top of it on the projector.
No. Oh,
Hey,
wow, underwater here.
I don't know what Ixian's all about, but I'm intrigued by that. That looks pretty good. That was the last one.
He's got the whole world in his face.
Yes.
Is that not what it's called then? I've got Raw Men Gigabash, and he's got the whole world in his face as my notes so far.
presents.
It's like one engine from a pod racer from Star Wars.
This is
It's
already going
working.
into the category. This is going to a very broad category of games that I like to call things that Bibi think are shit and that I'm gonna stream. That's what this goes into. Because basically, if it doesn't involve zombies, me and Bibi have a complete opposite end in terms of what we consider enjoyable games. And Bibi will be like, "Oh, that
Could be
looks
more
like
accurate.
shit." I bet Show loves that.
More
Absolver,
accurate.
absolutely done.
Who's ever heard of a human
Shite.
sidekick?
Fighting in tight spaces, shite.
Mate, that's a phenomenal game.
Hey, that's one of my favourite games of the year so far.
There we go. You're on your own.
Human sidekick. Robot
Yo,
heroes.
babe, you've got one on the hook. Just pull it back in, babe. God's sake.
Deadbot cannot compute. There is no known precedent set for human sidekick to robot.
The thing is, I
fucking two on
get
there.
passionate about these shit games as well. That's the thing.
Devbot, I think it's time for a hard reboot.
He's got my name on his jacket. Just a day.
Yeah, you famous, mate.
Frankie, can you take over while I sort this out?
Aye, aye. Let's take a look at the next game reveal.
World premiere.
Don't worry, I've got you.
World premiere.
Oh.
In that voice, and then it's absolutely not a game that should have a deep voice like world premiere.
I mean, that is a very Doom guy voice you've got there, Greg.
I need to find something a bit more high pitched.
The baby one.
Which one was the baby one? Oh, there we go. Yeah.
World
For fuck's sake.
This is it for the rest of the stream now. Welcome to
Oh, man.
Oh, God.
I'm so sorry.
God damn it!
Oosa.
Yeah, that last game looked like absolutely nothing I'm interested in.
Yeah. I'm not a fan
Sure,
of Killing
it
Floor.
looks shit, so I thought you would be.
Killing Floor. Bibi, you played that at one point. Was it? I'm sure
I did.
It was
I played
in
the
that
shit out of it.
Yeah, was it? I mean, I think I downloaded it off of the back of seeing you have a good time with it, but I don't know if I played it. I clearly don't remember it. But,
It's
Killing
good.
Floor 2, what are you saying?
Yeah, I just wasn't a fan. I think it was slightly coloured for me because I went to an event and I got to basically had a play test or playthrough sorted with some of the devs, and it just felt like your dad trying to be cool. So yeah, look at this, got loads of zombies and it's gonna be fucking cool, and we've got a fucking gun and we've got fucking zombies. Mate, you're in your 60s. Stop it.
Lads.
Warrior 5 Mercenaries.
Lads.
Piranha Games is the senior marketing and community
Oh,
manager.
is that
Darren,
Mech Warrior back
thanks so much
again?
for joining us, Darren.
Thank you, Sean. Great to be here.
Now the Mech
Okay,
Warrior universe
that's
is
a-
gigantic.
Why?
There's a ton of games in it. I even played Mech Warrior 2 back in 1995.
Wow, those graphics. Exceptional.
Switch Pro confirmed.
There's a very rich legacy of games that go way back. But in particular, Mech Warrior 5 pays homage to Mech Warrior 2 Mercenaries. But it has all this modern design and technology that I'm
Mech
super
Warrior 2
excited
is
to
incredible.
talk
You
about
take
with
that
you
back.
Well, let's start at the real
We
basics
said it was
of
good.
what
Switch
makes
Pro confirmed. That's all we said. God, stop being so negative, Tito. Mech Warrior's a good game.
Your machine. And when you're out in battle, it's not just a matter of pointing and shooting at everything. You're also managing your systems, whether you're, shooting a lot of energy weapons or
like
missile weapons.
ridiculous
that have high heat
peripherals
output. Well, you got to manage
that
your
come
heat
with
so you don't
games.
shut
Do you
down
remember
in the
Steel
middle of battle.
Battalion
And when you're facing your
on the
foes,
Xbox?
you can
The name rings a
salvage
bell, but I
these battle
definitely
mechs.
didn't
So
play
if you've
Like
seen
it
mech
came
you
with
want, you might
like
wanna
an
not
actual
wanna
like
destroy it
cockpit
completely. You might
style
wanna
controller.
take out its legs,
So like
take
you'd
out its
have
arm weapons so that
you'd
your
have
pilot
loads
has to
of
eject,
like
and
if
then
you
can just
Google
take
it when you
the
get a chance, just Google
there's
Steel
been a whole
Battalion
lot of new
controller,
content, both
and it's
updates and
crazy.
DLC,
Like
and
one of the things that you've got is there's like an ejector seat or an eject button, and in order to do it, you've got to flip the you flip this little like cover up above the button because it's like a protected button.
Or you can start over.
Mate, that is batshit crazy. What am I looking at?
That's what
that is crazy.
Speaking of fans, there's new
Rumor has it that Raw Men is coming with a cockpit as well. So I'm going to click this, but it's gonna override the stream, so I will bring it back. But there we go. What?
How do you ban someone from their own channel? How do you... Yeah, that is nuts.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Land on the planet.
If you ever get a chance to go to, I think it's still around, the National Video Game Museum. It used to be in, I think it used to be in York. Anyway, wherever it is now, they've got like loads of ridiculous peripherals. Like they've got all the fishing peripherals, they've got like Steel Battalion, and they've got everything set up there to play, so you can just sit down and play. It's great.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, man.
Weapons, things like electronic countermeasures and other electronic equipment like Beagle Active Pro.
There's someone that I follow on Twitter, and he kind of goes to those lengths for like driving games, and like spends literal thousands. So he's got like an area in his house where it may as well be the chassis of a car. Like proper adjustable seat pedals. He spends hundreds on these wheels. He's got so many.
The first one I'll talk about is the Vulcan.
But then, I mean, it clearly works because it's shit
hot. You'll
at the
see from the
games.
profile, it's just a very unique looking mech. There's nothing else like it in the
I
franchise.
love a bit of Gran Turismo.
40-ton mech.
Not enough to squander the rent on it. That's kind of where I'm at with that. I did have a wheel and pedals at one point, but it was like it was 40 quid as opposed to like 40 grand. You know.
Spent all my money, so I have to live inside the car. The downside is the car is just a wheel. Fuck's sake.
That's huge. You're like Milhouse's dad in The Simpsons. Like, I sleep in a race car. Yeah, a former boss of mine started taking flying lessons, and he got really, really into it. And he was like, you know what, I'm going to build a simulator. He didn't just build a simulator; he got a fucking fuselage. Like he got an actual cockpit of a plane, put it in his back garden, and just filled it with like screens and shit.
Does he know that Flight Simulator is a game and it's a lot cheaper than that?
Anything you can imagine,
like he's got it all rigged up so that like the everything works with the fuselage. So it's like he's just got screens where the windows are. And I'm like, mate, just get a telly.
Yeah, I'll joke about it, but genuinely, I do enjoy seeing people kind of like live out their passions like that. Like, I mean, it's the sort of stuff you'd want to do as a kid, and then people get to being an adult and actually have the money to do it. It's like, yeah, fuck it, go on then.
Yeah,
like, why not? And it's the sort of stuff that you will see, as we say, like we're watching the PC gaming show. It's the sort of stuff that you can do with a lot of the games that kind of come out on here, like, you know, Flight Simulator will allow you to, you know, hook that up to whatever rig and setup you want. There's a guy who streams No Man's Sky with basically
from space.
A spaceship. Basically, yeah, he's on the ISS right now, yeah. No, but his stream setup really does look like that, and that is one of the cool things you can do with PC games is you can make that, you know, you can push that as far as your PC will allow you to do, pretty much. But then also you can just enjoy the game for what it is, and you can get like really simplistic indie games like we're looking at right now, and stretch that all the way to literal lifelike simulators. And it's That's the one thing that PC gaming will always have for me over consoles is that there's literally you can find absolutely anything you want. You will have your game. That's like there's no compromise. This is the game I want. You might have to dig for it, but it's there.
I just want to say that Silk game, while I imagine it's probably on Bibby's list of this looks shit, that is extremely my jam.
I don't know why Bibby's friends with us, to be honest. If we're not killing people that are already dead, he's not involved. What is this? Is this what do you call it? The music sounds like oh, what's the game that's not the game, the TV show that's set in Hawkins?
Stranger Things.
Stranger Things.
Yeah, it's that sort of music.
Yeah.
I wonder if it was like a cartoony version of that, but it's not. Clearly.
It looks like it could be. Is it Hello Neighbor 2?
Oh yeah. Yes, the character models look like that.
Yeah,
yes,
it looks
that's him.
very. Yeah,
That's
yeah.
him. Yeah.
That's coming to Game Pass as well, I think. If I remember rightly.
I'd be happy if you did.
Yeah, it is.
I never played the first one. Was it any good?
It was. Yeah, it was fun. One of those games that's better when you play with friends, just because of the nature of it. But just generally, it's a fun game, yeah.
Hi, I'm Rich Newbold, game director.
Fish is in the chat. Evening, Shaq.
Following the incredible success of the first game, we are very
I just want to share this with you.
to such an
It's
amazing
taken me
world
well
and bring
longer
you
than it
our
should have done
most
to find.
authentic
But
experience
you're talking about
after the events
Sims and
addressable
setup and spending too much money. This is the one that I'd sent to Bibby before. When you get time, look at the setup that that dude has. This is a guy that's like a Wall Street sort of bloke.
Oh, right. So he has more money than he actually will ever need. And is that
Yeah, I think it's like a $2.5 million setup
as you
or something
explore
like that.
new, stunning locations across the globe.
Mr.
I thought
It wouldn't be Jurassic World if it
I thought I
wasn't
spent
for the
too
stars
much
of the
on my
show,
telly.
Our dinosaurs, and we are thrilled to be bringing to life even
Well, he's
more
got like
authentic species
6
than ever
TVs.
before,
Wherever you should have a
including
window, that's a
awe-inspiring
different
flying
TV.
and marine reptiles. So sit back and allow me to welcome you to Jurassic World Evolution 2.
Jurassic
So
World
this is-
Evolution 2.
Yeah, this is the. I think this is the same trailer they showed in Keely's thing.
See, the only bits that
So,
I saw, I read up a little bit on it, and it was like a bit more in depth, plus underwater elements in it now, or something. So, what were you going to say then, Sure?
I was going to say I'm going to expose myself here. I've never seen any Jurassic Park, Jurassic World, anything. I have no knowledge of this franchise, other than the fact that there were dinosaurs and people keep making the same mistake of reviving them.
We weren't careful.
And there's way too many films for something you should only really do once. That's all I know of this.
I mean, I can't argue with the sentiment at the end, but my thoughts on the first bit is you. And taking the
May.
and that's enough.
Like, it's so cliched to say it, but go back and watch the original Jurassic Park because the visual effects and that still hold up.
Yeah, they do.
It's like a 25-year-old movie at this point, and it still looks incredible.
You just saw Jurassic World Evolution 2, and you know,
If ever you wanted an
all
allegory
your
for like
failed
modern
attempts at
day
running a dinosaur park, having all
capitalism,
those
it's like
people
making the
killed,
same mistake
I think
over and
this
over
is
again
finally
and
gonna
still
be one
attempting it
where
and
he
assuming it'll all be
finally
fine.
pulled it off without a hitch. With a host of new
I mean,
features and new
we
dinosaurs, this sequel
live
from
in
Frontier
England in
is a even
2020,
deeper,
and we have
an
a
even
government that
deeper
does that.
management
So
sim with
It's
the
2021, by the way, but good effort.
No, this is 2020 in stoppage time. Okay?
Touche.
We're in the middle of Euro 2020.
Exactly, you tell him.
Fish, after watching that clip that I posted, said, "I love that he's wearing his seatbelt. You got to do it safe. You got to follow the rules. He's probably got a warning or something that pops up if he's not got it on. But just buy a fucking plane though, surely. I mean, that's the thing. He's got. He is. I think he is a pilot, so I think he's got a plane." Fish says, "Fam, you need to watch Jurassic Park, even if it's just for the Goldblum." And Kink says, "I keep telling him he needs to watch them." Sure.
Pretty much with any film, really, because I don't watch a lot of films. So there's so many great. Name a good film, I probably haven't watched it. It's just a thing.
Matrix.
I haven't watched it. I've watched Matrix.
You should see Fight Club. Fight Club's great.
Kill Bill.
I have seen that.
I just wanted to see if you'd seen one that had like samurai swords and stuff in, just because. You
Of course, yeah. That's the only reason I watched that. That's the only reason I watched that. You know me well.
Frantically trying to write these down.
Don't. No one's gonna look at them again.
Duskmods.com.
See,
This
that
looks
sort
like-
of stuff, it's like, I don't know, like when you see some stuff like that, it's trying to capture that weird time when 3D games were new and nobody quite knew what they were doing with them.
New blood
It's like
That's me a few
with that, though,
like
it's not charming. Like you get, I was saying, I can't remember what I was saying, but there's that thing of like charm where basically it was just we have limited technology and limited knowledge, and we've kind of made it work. But a lot of that doesn't age particularly well. It's like, okay, it was charming for a little while after, but now you can do. There's no point making a new game now with those mechanics. Like
It's like-
we don't want Quake 3 in 2021.
It's like back in the day, people ate bread and water, and it was good. But we're well
Now we've got
beyond bread and
nandos.
water. There's a lot more in the world. Stick a burger in between your pieces of bread now. There we go. Bit of
Right?
lettuce. Job's good.
Yeah.
So yeah, no thank you.
So we still have the phrase "the best thing since sliced bread," but I promise you, there's so many better things than sliced bread. just try one of them. Anything.
Best thing since bottled beer.
I mean,
But no, that's the thing. Like when you look at like people that try and emulate sort of certain art styles, there's a reason that more people do 8-bit, 16-bit stuff, because that stuff still looks good today. Like you can make an amazing like pixel art style game.
I love that sort of stuff.
Yeah,
This isn't over.
but
When
if
it's done artistically, not like I don't know. It's almost
Yeah,
like trying to
but-
do it non-ironically, but ironically. It's like
Dave
that,
is
nah.
and will be
Yeah, what I was
fine,
coming on
and
to
if
is like
he's
there's a
not,
reason that you have like the 8 and
who
16-bit
cares?
stuff
'Cause
is
we have
because
a
it
special message from
it just
Gabe
looks
Newell.
cool.
Take it away, Gabe.
But then you've got like a
Hi, this is
32-bit,
Gabe
so when you
Newell.
got the
I wanna
PlayStation,
thank
the
PC
PlayStation,
Gamer for all of the
looking back on it now,
opportunities
it
gives us
struggled
as
with
developers to connect with gamers around
wobble
the world
everywhere
and
and
highlight the
stuff
new
like that.
exciting
And if people
projects we
try
have
and
coming.
recreate that,
One of those for us is Steam Next Fest,
I don't know.
an event we're hosting
Yeah,
in just
no,
a
I'm
few
with you.
weeks
I'm
to
with
give
you.
players the
I'm with
chance
you.
to try demos of upcoming games for free. We'll be featuring some of the demos you'll be seeing during this week's PC Gamer event and dozens more. Here's a look at just some of the titles to be featured during
Billy
Steam
reading
Next
off
Fest.
off some notes
Okay,
that he's written
so
down
we'll
on his
get
PC.
some,
Where we're showing
See his
a
eyes going
massive
from left to
collection
right.
of upcoming titles on Steam.
That's just how he stares at
During
you.
the week
What
of
the
the
fuck?
festival, developers from around the world release their
he's
demos
really
for you to
tiny,
play.
and he's got to look across to you. So this is a
So go
bunch of
explore
demos
those
that we're going to
titles.
get on Steam.
From first-time devs to seasoned pros.
Some of these
This
actually,
is
again,
Steam Next Fest.
look like the sort of thing I'd definitely try out.
Guinea Pig Parkour is definitely a game I'm going to give a try.
See, the thing is, like,
Listen, I saw Katana and I was interested, so that was it for me.
guaranteed, nailed on. See, that's where I saw it. I mean, that sort of like demo, like Next Fest, Summer Games Festy kind of like. Oh, what was it called? The Steam, was it Steam Summer Game Fest where last year where they gave out all the demos
Yeah.
and they do it at Christmas kind of thing?
Yeah.
I mean, that's where what's it called? Party Animals that was in the Xbox conference earlier on. That's where I first saw that. So when I watched Lyric playing that on stream, it was in that kind of thing. So I like the fact that maybe because I was talking about how there's so many potential naff games on PC. Maybe that demo thing didn't come around as a case of, oh, this is a cool way to get people to try it for free. Maybe it's a case of there's so much shit out there. This is how we can get you to try something that's decent or get it in front of you.
This looks like Final Fantasy Crisis Core.
Is it a baby game?
Baby game. You are fucking goddamn right.
I think that is that was something I was gonna kind of mention with like the market for PC gaming in general. We touched on it earlier, but on Steam there's no quality control. It's like as long as the game
There isn't on the
runs-
Nintendo eStore now.
That's a weird thing
It's-
to
it-
say.
and
The
it
eStore
just
on
becomes-
Nintendo is fucking shite.
Yeah, it is, and it becomes so hard to even discover new games because you're sifting through so much
it is
bollocks.
time to look at some hardware. Here on the PC
it goes
gaming
from
show, you know
kind
we
of like
keep frame
almost
rates
digging for
high
treasure
and the
to
rays
literally just
accurately
be like, I
traced.
can't be
Building
arsed.
and upgrading
And
your
then you just
rig
end up
is as
playing the
much a
same
part
shit.
of the hobby as playing the games. We put our heart and soul into these machines, and if that means
we're
using enough
looking at some
RGB to light the
hardware.
Vegas Strip, who's to judge us?
Are they
This year,
taking
with
the
the help of
piss?
PC Gamer's hardware editors, which I'm pretty sure they're just, weird brains in a jar, we've picked out 4 of the most exciting pieces of kit set to emerge from labs soon. First up, something fittingly sci-fi. The Impulse is a neurocontroller that aims to make
What the
you a better
fuck?
gamer by cutting out response times almost entirely. It's not quite Alex Vance's gravity
What?
gloves from Half-Life, nor is it quite up there with Gabe Newell's dream of a direct brain-to-game interface, but the Impulse is as close as we're going to get this year. The glove measures the signal traveling through muscles in your hand to beat your finger to the click. In theory, it's giving you the chance to nail that headshot precious milliseconds ahead of your opponent.
Are you
If it works
taking
out, we
the
could see a
piss
tech
with
like this
that?
become commonplace in esports.
That looks
And if it doesn't,
mental.
let's hope our neurons at the very least remain unfried. Next up, you guys might be wondering what this chonky beast
So
is.
basically, you've
So
got a little
allow me
robot
to
that
introduce you
sits
to
on the back of your hand and goes,
CSL
you got to press that. I've got.
wheelbase.
Just-
Do you want to feel like you're
Yeah.
really burning rubber
Chivalry.
at
It's
Daytona?
opening the
Well, then
doors.
you
It's doing
need
the clicks for you.
serious
Like, this is the sort of thing that
Direct
my
drive
guy
wheelbase
You
would
maybe was on about, yeah.
Yeah.
Real racing machine without, having to huff gas and stuff like that. Historically, the problem with this tech has been the price, which has involved dropping
I mean, the fact that it was like 300 quid probably puts it down at like the lower end of his budget.
CSLDD
but,
comes in
you
at
know.
only $350, which
There
still
you go,
isn't
yeah.
exactly a bargain, but it's
This
much
budget
cheaper
is
than
affordable.
competitors.
And then it's like,
And
yeah,
the CSLDD
$350.
is already wowing diehard sim racers.
No,
It might
that's
be
more than
slightly
half of
overkill
what I
to use
paid
it
to
for
live in
rocket
this
fuel.
building.
Believe it or not, sometimes less really is more. If you want to play The Witcher 3 on the
This
subway
is what I was
like we all
talking about on the
do,
scoop the
you
other
don't
day.
need to drag your tower
Oh,
along
it was
for
just
the
that
ride.
little
Just use
screen.
the one
8-inch
that's
screen for a
A wave of
grand.
more powerful processors have finally made handheld PC gaming
PUBG
a
on the go,
Oh, right,
though.
that's not what I
Yeah.
thought
Inside
it
the
was.
Switch-like machine,
Okay.
you
Oh,
is it
actually
a
got an
PC? Yeah,
Intel
it's a full-on
flagship
PC.
with XE graphics. These mini machines are going to be cropping up more and more, so expect major advances still to come. Lastly, let's take
Okay,
a look
I'm not
at
mad
the
at that.
Asus PG32UQ.
I'm mad at you. I'm mad at
Not the
this.
most catchy name
Oh.
for this gaming monitor with all of
Yes,
the trimmings,
please.
but
I mean, I'm not going to
it's
spend.
Wait, this is
3,000.
just the monitor.
PC
Yeah.
products this year.
Yeah.
That's
Why?
because this
Why?
monitor comes with a mini LED backlight featuring full local dimming. The result is a screen that's not
Very
only
information
faster,
backlight,
but
is that
brighter
it?
than the sun.
Oh, don't worry, you can play Mech. You can play Mech Warriors 5 on it.
For those
Just in case you were
wondering,
wondering.
it's time for more killer games, starting with Chaos.
Nailed it.
I tell you what though, I would put a small amount of money on the fact that David Fish will have one of these screens at some point very soon. Like,
The thing is,
100%.
that was the Asus PG30 something. I have 2 Asus PG24 monitors, one there and one there. So yeah, I've got 2 already, and they have the little LED that shines out the bottom. So it's not worth it. Don't do it. The good monitor.
Yeah, I can't justify it. Like, as much as I'm always saying to you, Gabe, I'm always looking for a new monitor. Never at that price.
To be fair, I got one off of one off Amazon Warehouse, and managed to complain and get a shitload of money off it, and the other one off some guy that had bought a PC, realised that he doesn't like playing PC games, so sold all the stuff cheap, and got it off of Gumtree for like 120 quid, so I was like, result!
Strategic-based
Nice.
management, brutal combat, or you're like me and are
Graham has an
really
LED that
high
shines out his
definition
bottom.
Authorities animation
Probably should see it.
Make sure to wish list Chaos Gate.
The sun shines out of my ass,
Now
so they
get
say.
ready
There you go,
for the
Yorkshire praise for you.
2022 release. Next up, we have a trailer for Pioneer, a spooky and gorgeous.
Oh, this is what we were
that
watching,
draws on
talking about the
lineage
other
of
day.
games
Pioneer.
like Stalker. Let's take a look.
That draws on games like Stalker. This is a baby game.
I cannot wait for this. As I said, if you guys are making lists of games this year, it's on it.
Okay, what's drawing you to this then, Buck?
Because it's very much the same ilk of Metro, Stalker,
A game I've been playing.
Kid from Tarkov.
Okay, yeah, Tarkov. Okay. So, is it just more so that you like the whole kind of like post-apocalyptic Europe kind of thing? Is that what?
Yeah, but it's got the movement speed of like Call of Duty, rather than it being quite slow and tactical, it's quite fast-paced.
Okay. Attacker. That was one of the.
I like that. Two options
Attacker.
there.
Like, I'm not being funny. If I see a little adolescent girl that can float, let's be friends.
Questions
please,
need to be
'cause-
asked.
Yeah, clearly you're on some shit that I can't deal with.
Another option should be run the fuck away.
Yeah.
Сейчас это невозможно. На острове скоро вновь разгорится война. Истовики начнут замес бригады.
See,
и
when
никого из них
when you
больше не будет
see
сил,
the
чтобы
shooting, it kind of reminds me of like Call of Duty World at War kind
начать
of
собирать остатки вымерли.
vibe.
Is that a good thing?
Yeah, I mean, I love that game way back when. I mean, it probably looks shit now, but it was the that Europe World War One sort of rough around the edges sort of vibe. I thought it was P-Honor. It is P-Honor.
Понимаете? Я ведь ни капельки не злюсь на вас. Нет, мы с вами точно не враги. Вы не понимаете меня и не понимаете остров.
That is really
Вы
badly
смотрите на
placed
меня и на другие порождения
subtitles.
острова,
They're
как
pretty
на
much off
Yeah,
the
they're a
screen.
bit,
Мы всего лишь друг
Oh
друга.
God, I didn't even realise.
Yeah.
Поэтому нам так и
It's like, I mean, I know you want to watch the game, but look all the way down here.
прекрасную жизнь. И мы даже не пытаемся этим шансом воспользоваться.
That's normally the little strip where like Twitch game is like, hey, we've removed the audio for our Go streamers. That's
Дать вам прощальное послание, товарищ Волков. Химическое оружие уже уехало в могилу. Теперь все, что вы делаете, просто тщетно.
Yeah, I can't wait for this. Oof.
Whoa.
His head.
Yikes.
Oh!
Oh, okay. That's
See his head go.
completely.
His head's gone.
I mean, I wish I was cool enough to be able to hug a box of radiation.
Mate, not with that
Give it a go,
attitude.
mate.
Yeah, I was gonna say with that attitude. What are you, come on.
It was one of those camping lamps.
Remaining
That
Mech Warrior factions by typing into chat wherever you at home are watching. All right, so now we've got another stack of brand new trailers for you, beginning with a special transmission from one of our favorite games based in space, EVE Online.
Eve.
Apparently, that is like a whole new reality.
Oh, Eve is crazy.
Great job in surviving so far. I'm quite amazed
Like,
that you actually managed to get
people
past those pirates.
people make an
You're
actual
about to take
living
on an adventure like no
playing
other.
Eve,
This start
and
is
then
filled
some.
with
Like, not
all
even
fascinating.
streaming it or anything,
It's
just
up to
in the
you,
game.
if you work with them.
Yeah, it's like a whole like economy.
make a
Like
living.
I remember
Yeah.
there was a woman that made like she was the first like
Industrialist,
digital gaming millionaire, like
foundations of
flipping
the
houses on Second Life.
competition thing.
And
you can work yourself up the
she
ranks as an
literally
individual.
millions on it.
Or prove your prowess.
I've heard that people do the same on Eve as well.
Whatever your choice.
And like they,
you will lose
when they
more
have
of becoming a capsule.
like wars and stuff,
I believe
And people
you
calculate
sometimes
how
they'll,
much they're worth, kind of stuff.
yeah, like sometimes they'll if they have like a
It's
battle,
a crazy universe where anything
then
can happen,
they will
however you want to do it. Go for it.
they'll try and do it when they know that certain clans are asleep, like in real life. So basically, you know, it could be 2 o'clock in the morning, 3 o'clock in the morning, and then your fleet will get attacked. And like people have said that they've had, you know, phone calls to their house at 3:30 in the morning saying, "Shit, we need to get on Eve now." Absolutely.
The correct response there is fuck this shit, I'm in bed. Fuck this shit, I'm in bed.
Yeah.
I remember having a chat with developer Steve, who sadly died, not actually died, but Ice Cream died. And I remember he played a lot of Eve, and he was saying that there was a period where usually you'll get someone will attack someone else, and then it's kind of a battle and it's done, and then someone else will retaliate, and then it's a battle and it's done. But then he says this, it must have been about 2 or 3 years ago, there was a battle that just went on and on and on. People kept joining in, and he said it's literally like it's about £300 million worth of damage, and I'm thinking what like in game is like, no, that's actual real world value,
Actual money, yeah.
And it's like, what's £300 million
Crazy.
worth of ships lost? Yoicks.
I mean, I like that sort of thing. That like people can, like, that's true escapism, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like you literally you're in an entirely different reality for however long you're switched onto your computer for.
And even when you're not switched on, like you turn your PC off, someone could still come along and break in your back doors. Not like that. I know what you're gonna say.
Hey, come on, no vibes.
I'd be gutted though, just spending all day. Like, oh, look at this! Just built myself a nice shiny new spaceship. Got like pink exhaust on it and everything. Looks badass. Go to bed, come back next day, and there's just like space dust where it was. Fuck's sake.
Yeah, that would be completely hot.
Dexter's Lab vibes. Dexter's Lab.
Yes.
He's the smartest boy you've ever seen.
Wadidi blows his experiments to smithereens.
Sorry, close the bed.
Someone made the point the other day that like he's got a secret lab in the house that his parents are paying for, and they've never noticed the electricity bill go up.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, before we get to that point, why is you've got his mum and his dad who you see and hear all the time. You've got Dee Dee, his sister, who you see and hear all the time. Why is he like Eastern European and they're all American?
Yeah, absolutely.
Dee Dee, get out of my laboratory! And it's like, where the fuck did you grow up?
I quite like the art style of this, having like a little 2D character in a 3D world, but I don't know how much I'd play of that.
You can tell it's 19 minutes to 12 at night because his scoop like input is quite measured and balanced. This one, fucking shite.
I am fucked. My head, I'm already asleep.
The thing is, he's not seeing any games that he's even remotely interested in either. It's like, Tiny King, get that shit out of here. Could be in bed right now.
That Piona, but you saw that the other day anyway, so it's not even like it's new.
Let's focus on getting our strength back.
It's good.
Somewhere to sleep would be a start.
That's what there's no way it's Pioneer. It's only got one E, so it's P-on-er.
I'm only really interested in one thing.
You in two, lads.
Where is Tatiana?
That ghost George.
Whatever you're into. You're into.
Oh, okay. Right, listen.
I am realising in our group chat, like, looking at my arm, just how badly I caught the sun while watching England Derby.
You and me both. This is on till 3 AM. Fuck off, Gary. Tag in.
It's not, is it?
Not great.
No, the next
Short face as well.
The next
Yeah,
one
like-
starts at midnight. So.
I was just about to be very thankful that my OBS packed it in because, like, all right, lads, it's not really my show. Yes, like, comment, subscribe, all that. Piss off.
I thought you've got future games after this, haven't you, Ash?
Yeah.
I don't know if you saw it as well, by the way. That was the free-to-play version of Chernobyl. It was Chernobyl Lite.
Oh.
Yeah,
Joe responded as well. Oh, okay.
I wasn't paying attention. I was like, oh, okay. Because I missed the name of the game. I was like, oh, fair enough. There's a game called Chernobyl.
Thank you for that update there, Graham. I appreciate you.
Yeah. Me thinking you'd be actually, like, helpful for once.
Why should you never buy
You guys don't have to speak to him again for a while.
Because Chernobyl
I have to put
Fallout.
up with this 10 AM every single fucking day.
Ish.
Sorry, yeah, ish.
11:45, mate. See you tomorrow.
Even that's an ish.
Do you know what? Exclamation mark ban and the ice cream uploads.
Yeah, please.
This looks good.
Yeah. What? Mate, there's no zombies. I like the look of it, and you just said it looks good. What's going on?
It's 11:45. Bibby's usually been asleep for 3 hours.
Yeah, it's delirious. It's delirious at this point. Because this is a JRPG, and you're saying, yeah, looks good.
RPGs.
I know like RPGs, but JRPGs normally not really a thing, are they?
Depends.
Okay.
It depends on the subject matter.
Yeah, I just love swords and magic. That's I'm very easily sold.
I mean, that is usually the subject matter that I go for.
Fair.
Ooh. Here we go, survival game.
How do you feel about this sort of games, Bobby?
Love survival games.
Not sure if
We'd
there
have
is.
never known. We'd have never known. No, Bibby's a proper survival game head. Bit of base building, bit of wildlife.
Taking out the wildlife to fire, great style.
I mean, why are they trying to bow and arrow a polar bear?
Pieces were made. Driving a forklift.
Alright, there's too many bears in this. Bears and dogs in video games piss me off.
Check out Can You Pet the Dog on Twitter. It'll be your kind of thing.
I mean, is the dog gonna try and kill me? That's the thing. Like, why can't I ever like just coexist with video game dogs and bears? Like, you be over there, I'm over here. Yeah, you've smelled me, but there's a deer for you to go and eat. Go chase that. I'm over here. Like, yeah.
His soundtrack sounds amazing.
Hostile syndicate territory was
Isn't this the one they showed off in the Xbox thing?
I think so.
open world RPG. From the
Looks old school.
to the streets.
King Ash is bullshitting. He purposely killed dogs in
Maybe if you
games.
can infiltrate the
Didn't stand a chance in Grand Theft Auto, did it?
keep your team together.
I like this.
and
Look at
stay
this.
alive. You might just find a way off this planet.
This is absolutely batshit crazy, and I'm all for it.
This is it, you guys. This is the final opportunity for you who are watching to decide which of these final two beautiful MechWarrior 5 themed PCs gets crafted for your chance to win, courtesy of Intel. Wherever you're watching in the show, just go crazy in chat with the color, house, or to vote. But there's still some trailers left. So here is the Wandering Village.
MechWarrior have put some money into this stream, haven't they?
Yeah, I was just thinking exactly that.
I'm off now, lads. Great stream. Take it easy, says Mr. Garlic Clark. No worries, do. Go get some sleep. Or work,
Hold on,
whatever it is you're doing.
On top of
Flip side Shagger.
It's Torterra, that's what it is.
I was literally thinking that. I was trying to tone down the Pokemon references, but yeah.
It's alright, I got you.
This has been such an amazing show so far that I must ask
What the fuck?
you, my loyal crew,
Oh, was that it?
what's been your favorite
Stardew Valley
Definitely am looking forward
on
to
the
Vampire the
back of
Masquerade
a
Swan Song.
dinosaur?
Oh, it's so hard to choose every year, but I think I'm gonna have to say humankind for no particular reason.
Oh, no doubt. For me personally, I cannot wait for Lemnis Gate because I gotta know what a turn-based strategy first-person shooter game even is. What about you, Dembot?
I love the robot apocalypse. But wait, that doesn't happen until the end. Never mind.
No, not never mind. What did you say?
Wait, what?
Oops, system malfunctioning. Sending the next trailer now.
What? I love that. I look to my right at you three on the screen, and you've all got the same expression as me.
Yeah.
What the
fuck is going on? What the actual shit?
Oh, puke.
Oh,
That's
for some
what-
reason I'm like massively
Hold on.
behind on the stream all of a sudden.
Did he just
He
throw
just
up
vomited
in the
and then collected it. Yeah, that's what I needed. No, it's literally not. That's why you vomited it out. That's how it works. You did not need that.
Oh, this brown
Shit,
thing.
dog.
That's exactly what I needed. Whoop.
Yeah.
No, you're getting rid of it for a reason. Nico says, I've just
Yes,
tuned in. Did I miss much? You've missed a lot and not much at the same time. I don't know how to put it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There may well have been a game that you may be interested in potentially. That's kind of how this show works.
Yeah, I'm massively behind on the stream because I don't know if there's
let
an
me know when they start shooting and picking up excrement, because that would be any part of this trailer.
We cannot coexist.
Death trash.
Yes, it is. Fuck this game.
It's not the best, is it?
No.
That should be the tagline. Just, yes it is, full stop. Fuck this game, full stop.
Yeah, and then Bibi's quote is like one of the things like, it's just not the best, is it? 1 star.
It's like you're taking the words right out of my mouth.
It's just not the best, is it? Though it's kind of like one of those insults that's not an insult, but still somehow eats away at your soul. It's just not the best, is it? I mean,
It's up there with, I'm not angry, I'm disappointed.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, you could say this one's a piece of shit, and that's like, all right, fair enough, but it's just not the best, is it? It's like, oh.
Yeah, just that face of just. Right, so this is a custom PC that someone's going to get.
I've clearly not been listening. That's a PC that is huge.
Yeah, so they're going to build a PC. That's what the whole vote's been going on the whole time. They had like 6 designs, and people have been voting in the Twitch gaming chat for which one that they want to be made. I think it's going to be like a one-off or a limited run, and then someone gets to win it as well.
Where do I plug my USB stick in?
But, yeah, it just doesn't look functional. Like, PCs, yeah, sure, they should look good and should look great. Like, I've got a glowing red thing underneath. That's probably because it's overheating right now. Like, yeah, it's a functional device. Like, it shouldn't look like a fucking helmet with Blastoise cannons on it.
Yeah.
A spiritual successor to one
An
of my
helmet,
favorite
mate.
games of all time, Heroes of Might and Magic 2, a game we revealed 2 years ago at the PC Gaming Show.
You never know when you need puke, says Tito. Oh, touche. I just wish I had some puke now. Ta-da!
Yeah.
Oh, another 3D sort of like top-down isometric-y sort of.
So you're buying this thing, Graham?
Yep, 49p. Pow.
Yeah, these just look like mobile games, don't they?
Cecilia Stoutheart.
Mobile games look better than this. Like, don't get me wrong, I love an old school 8-bit, 16-bit RPG. That is my bread and butter. But not in a life of Sundays am I touching this. It just doesn't look. I don't know, like there's points where it's like looks old school, and then then it just doesn't, and it's like, well, decide. Like,
Show's just there. Make your fucking mind up.
literally, like if you're going old school, go old school. That's fine. Like, don't give me like 1999 like Overworld and then a 2016 menu. Like, what are you doing? Like, yeah,
I'd commit either way.
it's like putting a body kit on like a really old car. Like putting like spoilers and stuff on like the old like the Herbie Reloaded cars. Like,
Every cycle you take your chance.
be old or don't. Like,
You roll your dice.
World premiere.
You do the work, get paid.
Ooh.
You turn up for your
Stretch, getting old, cramp from sitting in the chair.
Is this 9 to 5 mechanic simulator? Because fuck that. Do the work, get paid, survive. That is not a game tagline.
Your body is
That's
now
my job.
planned obsolescence. As an ARP's gift for its escaped
What's
workers.
next? Feed the kids, pay child support.
Fight
No.
You can remake yourself here.
Get investigated for tax fraud.
Yeah. Registered to vote.
Buy detergent. Sounds like Boris Johnson simulator.
Have kid, have kid, have kid, have kid, have kid.
Yeah. Wait, it's got limited RAM, so we can only remember the last 4.
Embezzle funds. He didn't embezzle. I'm just saying he may have done.
Potentially, hypothetically.
Have normal
Have your
hair.
side chick
Put
with
finger
money.
in plug socket. Correct.
Room clearing boomsticks.
Bone shattering spells.
Okay, so basically like Doom.
Yeah.
See, this now, it looks old, but it is doing it and it's sticking to it.
Yeah.
This looks fun.
See, this is where it loses me, because I'm thinking, yeah, Doom used to look like this, but now Doom looks like Doom Eternal, so I'll play that one instead.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, in that instance, sure, because like Doom did completely just refresh and remodernize. But had it not, Doom's a game that you'd go back to and be like, this is still fun and it's still aged pretty well.
This looks fucking great. Old school Doom at some point. You know, because admittedly, it can play on anything now.
Yeah.
Didn't somebody get Doom running on a pregnancy test?
Oh, fucking hell!
I think it's probably sure that, to be fair.
How did they find my second channel?
What word, DevBot? Incomparable?
That is mental. But the thing is, though, I remember when I was studying games in college, they were saying that, like, I think it was something like a SIM card now, like the new, like, smaller SIM cards have got more, like, computing power and storage space than, like, the first Nintendo cartridges and things like that, like, way beyond. And it's just, yeah, it's ridiculous.
I remember.
The thing that blows my mind is, like, you can get a 1 terabyte micro SD card.
Yeah. Yeah. And do you remember when it was like, oh my god, this PlayStation memory card only holds 8 megabytes. I've got to delete an option file from an old game to get the new Pro Evo.
Like the PS1 memory card was a megabyte, and there was 15 slots.
Yeah.
Because
one of them, because it was 16, but one of those 16 slots was taken up with the operating system.
Yeah.
That's the one, yeah. And then it was the 8 meg memory card, so you suddenly didn't have slots, you actually had to manage your storage.
Yeah. Is this Lego?
No. That looks like Bionicle.
No,
that's
gone.
just
Oh my goodness, the
that's for next year. Well, that was a show. There were some cool things there. Again, I think with the PC gaming show and just PC gaming in general, it's the fact that you can find anything for anyone also means that you're going to get a show like this where most of it isn't for you, and you'll see 1 or 2 games that you're like, yeah, maybe. And I don't think you can really expect much more than that from this sort of show, really. I think if you go into this expecting it to be like the Xbox conference, you're going to be sadly disappointed. That being said, Bibi, go on, anything that kind of caught your eye there?
Yes, a lot, to a degree.
Okay.
I'm just running through my notes. Men.
Rawmen.com.
Raw Men. I actually quite like the look of Duskgate 2 and Gloomwood, like the clones of Doom and stuff like that. I mean, and Pioneer obviously as well. But
Nico is in the chat.
Warrior Mercenaries 5, obviously.
Nico, do not mess with my feelings. He's in the chat and he's saying Titanfall 3.
that was at the beginning though when we were struggling to get on. Did you not see it?
Yeah, you missed it. Did you not see that bit?
Yeah, it was. That was
sorry,
in the early bit.
OBS was something about him. Yeah.
All I want is a new SSX and Titanfall 3.
Yeah, apparently they both come in the EA conference. So, I mean,
Yeah.
was SSX EA? I can't remember.
Mate,
or was it Ubisoft?
If they do, I do. I'm just saying that much.
Wow. Okay.
Okay, lads, do not go to rawmen.com if you're on a work PC. Shit, I shouldn't have typed that.
Oh man.
Need a window.
Well, I'm not going to click it because my browser is on the screen just there.
Oh wow! Yeah, no, don't, no.
I'm not doing it.
Come on, audio description. Actually, no, it's fine. TOS. We'll leave it alone.
Yeah. But that being said, the Roman game definitely caught my attention as well. Like I said, the Doom clone. There are a couple of those kind of JRPG games that naturally caught my eye. Anything with a katana, yeah, get me involved in that as well. But then also there's a lot of stuff that was just like, I've got no interest in this. But that's kind of what I expected. I expected it to be hit and miss, and that's fine. What about yourself, Ben?
Yeah, there was a couple of things. What was it? That was it Silt, that sort of black and white game that Bibby immediately went, that looks shit. I actually thought it looked really cool. Like it reminded me of Limbo, reminded me a bit of Inside as well.
That's what I was trying to think of. I was like, that art style reminds me of a game I couldn't put
Yeah.
my finger on it. Limbo, yeah.
It was very, very Limbo-y. I think that's probably the biggest one to come out of that because I kind of wasn't expecting it, to be fair. So, I mean, I don't think you're going to be expecting massive AAA games coming from these from the PC conference. But like, I think Ixiom, that seems interesting as well. So there's definitely a couple of games coming out of there that I'd like to.
I'm trying to remember. I remember the end slate coming up with the name Ixion. You said, "Oh, I have to remember that one," and I've completely forgotten what it looked like now. Which one?
It was the whole world in his head.
Ah, yeah. He's got the whole world. Yeah.
I say you sang through the entire presentation of that.
Yeah, which is why I don't remember the presentation because I wasn't paying attention. Just like
Was there anything that did get your attention?
Not much for me. I think the one thing that kind of did get my attention was the thing that we spoke about before, that Pioneer. The other one that had the same sort of vibe that came a bit later on, that was that European sort of vibe. I can't remember. I didn't write the name of it down, but beyond that, not too much there that caught my attention. It was nice to just
the vampire thingy as well. That vampire.
Vampire the Masquerade. Yeah.
Yeah.
Swan Song was it called?
Yeah.
Yes. I think so. Yeah. That's kind of interesting as well. So.
Yeah. So no, I think not as mind blowing as the Xbox conference, but again, you wouldn't expect that.
Nah.
So,
I mean, to be fair, it's taken 3-4 years before for Xbox to have a conference of that magnitude, so you wouldn't expect other people to be able to just reel those off as well, especially PC Gaming Show, because I mean, Xbox is first party delivering their killer messages for the next 18 months, whereas PC Gaming Show is kind of like I don't want to say scraping the bottom of the barrel because that implies the shittest of the shit, but like it's a bit of a scrape. Some bits you're reaching for, so the bits that may have been in the Koch broadcast that was kind of put in this instead, you can see them taking things like that, but beyond that, then that's when you start to get the isometric conquest war game simulator kind of stuff. So I mean, for me, I'll probably put it for me in the same sort of place as the Squenix conference, in the fact that it kind of wasn't really for me or aimed at me. So I'd probably give it another 5-6 out of 10, kind of middle of the road. If it appeals to you, it's probably kind of good there. There's a couple of titles in there which kind of appeal to me, which is exactly where I kind of expected to be. So a nice easy 6 or 7. 5 or 6.
I'll go 6. I'll go strong 6.
Yeah. There we go.
I'd probably agree with Gray on that one. Yeah.
Bibby's got.
So the Future Game Show has just announced a game called Instinction, which looks like it's got dinosaurs in it.
Let's get show on that one.
Yeah. Dinosaurs existed.
They were a thing.
Well, do you know what? On that bombshell,
I was going to say, I think given that it's getting late, Bibby looks like he needs some sleep. Bless him.
Oh no, Bibby's had it now. Bibby sleeps with his eyes open. You don't realise. He just sits there. It looks reasonably happy and content. He's full on mid snooze.
That's it. I was asleep in my head an hour ago.
Sweet. Okay. Well, we are. Oh, what were you saying?
I'll say, yeah, I'm going to call it a night as well.
Well, we are going to call it now. We're not going to watch the Future Game Show here tonight. I do have the content schedule on the screen for if anyone does want to drop back for any extra conferences. We will be back with a scoop in the morning, and then 6:15 tomorrow night. Take two. Me, Bibby, and Nico. Are you? Were you jumping in that bin, or am I mixing that up with something else?
I think I was, and then I think it was because I think. Oh, that's right. I think we got confused about timings.
It wasn't at 4. It's actually at 6:15.
Yeah, I think that was right. I will let you know.
Well, I mean, it'll be on tomorrow, and you're now called Shogun Ash, by the way, because Show's dropped out and it's killed the order of the names on the side of the screen. It's fine. It's okay. Cheers, Show. So yeah, we'll be back with the scoop in the morning, 10 a.m. We'll then have two presentations tomorrow, 6:15 and 10:30, Take-Two and Capcom, and then we'll finish things off with the Nintendo Direct on Tuesday. If you want to see what's in the Future conference that's started now, feel free to check that out. We won't be watching that live, but we will cover that in the scoop at 10 a.m. ish tomorrow. But that's it from us, obviously, from myself, Bib, and from Mr. Winstano, who now looks like Shogun Ash because that's what his name says on the screen. Have yourselves a fantastic evening. We'll see you next time. Until then, make sure you stay frosty.
Stay frosty.